Alright, hello. Hello, good evening. How's it going? Happy weekend, good evening. Let's see who's here. Gam, Letter Z, Snoopy, Christian, Funzy, hey yo. Mason, shake my SMH. Time to rebrand the Thunder keywords with that 2-minute delay. Yeter Streetor, hello. Ewan, hello. Oh, interesting. There's this new feature with Watch Streak. That's kind of cool.
Another month.
Fitch, hello. Mr. Kupo, hello. Abstraction Layer got Discord notifications of someone DMing the BTS J Cole collab and Digo stream at the same time, and my brain definitely read them as one thing for a sec. I mean, that would be cool. BTS J Cole keyboard. Eating sweet and sour chicken too. Ooh, yum. Got Chiliol next to me for the rice. Oof. Is this it? One only handsome Diego, New York. Sean is hello. Tornado, hello. Eric, thanks for the Prime. Another month, another Prime. Good evening, good evening. Got back from my ski trip. Oh, how was it? What was it? Perfect time, perfect stream to listen to while doing keyboard chores. Nice. That's good. Using the Dolphin today. How's it going? What IEMs are you dailying? These ones are my Moondrop variations. These are my Moondrop variations. I should move this a little bit, huh? There we go. East Coast Power Day, nice. Northern Vermont, okay, Northern Vermont, that kind of makes sense because, you know, pretty far up. No wonder they look so familiar. Recently picked up variations as well. Oh, nice, nice pickup. That's a nice pickup for sure. Okay, so oh, weird. Why does this look like? I don't know why the. All right, there we go. I don't know, it's kind of too bright. Alright. Have you seen the anime? The AI anime that recently came out is pretty dope. No, I have not seen the AI anime. I don't even know that was a thing. I mean, I imagine nowadays that would be a thing. Of course it would be a thing. Right? Why wouldn't it be a thing? Very progress for K-pop? Nice. Any chance we can start with a quick 30-second dolphin type test? Remember this board slapping during the build-a-thon? Yeah, sure. Why not? We can do that. we can try that very quick. Let me just pull up the typing test thingy. All right, I think that should work. Yeah, okay. You can give it a shot. Here. Quick typing for the dolphin. This is the dolphin that we built during the subathon. So yeah. Oh, so I just realized this is like. Alright, there. So this I think Tribos 32.4 on the Bingsu palms. Yeah, pretty nice though. I actually like this combo. It's on the louder side for sure, but it's a nice combo. It's the full Bingsu build, yeah. Yeah, pretty nice. The Tokipis are perfect. Yeah, they just pretty much blend in, the Tokipis. Yeah, so pretty nice. I actually really like them. Alright, so yeah, that's this guy. Alright, so should we get started with some mail and other things first? So there's this kind of semi-vintage sort of board that I got in the mail recently. I plan on getting some keys for it, but pretty cool little vintage board here. Semi-vintage, I guess, 90s, with some Y's, keycaps, some yellowed a little bit, but it's okay. Pretty neat though. Got that. And then got some stabs that I needed to restock on. And oh, got this. Yes, I did want to show this one. So I got GMK Moomin in. Which I did want to show. Let's hope the lighting situation here is okay for this. I know that some people would be complaining about it, but it's a pretty nice set. It's very understated, sort of like white and like a lightish hue of, I don't know, salmon. It's very bright, like it's a very light colored set. But the contrast itself is pretty good, so I actually think it's pretty nice. Every time I see this, it looks different. Yeah. Just wanted to show it though, because I know that people had questions about it, right? So like I just wanted to kind of like help with that. So yeah, I mean, you can see some of the other mods and stuff. Here are the accents actually. The accents are definitely gray. So there's that. You can see it in the different angle here. Peaches and cream mega light. Yeah. But yeah, that's how this looks in different lighting, as you can see. I mean, and then from the different angle. So different lighting in the sense that it just bounces differently. But yeah, it's a nice set. I like it. Yeah, I like it too. I think it's very subdued, very subtle. Definitely, I think that maybe it does vary a little bit from the way the cool renders made it look. But it looks pretty accurate to the source material's colors. The source material has like several of the movements, and one of them has this kind of tone for one of the like the hippos or whatever. And then you know the other two colors are definitely just kind of like white and gray. So yeah. But yeah, cool set. I think the novelties in particular are pretty cute. The packaging is of course super cute. Just says like Moomin. Actually, they're identical on both sides. But this is one of the officially licensed sets for the Moomin characters. So pretty cool that we have like all these like officially licensed sets now. Definitely like a new kind of path in the hobby as far as design goes, or like people just using IP. So this is like the first good example of it. I mean, aside from the Star Wars ones as well, of course. There's been some others. The box art is pretty cute, yeah. And then there's this. These are the accents. As you can see, there's some of those like yellowish sort of accents, and then there's like that like pinkish, salmonish. I don't even know how to describe this color. It's like sort of pink, but not really. Kind of tone. But the novelties are super cute. I really like these printed space bars. Just pretty cute overall. Off pink, yeah, something like that. Anyway, cute set. That's what I got. Other than that, that's it. I mean, it's just like stabs and random parts like that. Alright, so let's get started. So earlier I was just opening this up because I wanted to test it out. just to make sure that the PCB was working. So what's interesting about this board is that it uses a Pro Micro basically, or an Elite C, I guess. But we have like a Pro Micro Elite C kind of like board with base for it, and then to the base, there are these wires attached to this large JST connector, and that's kind of how it connects to the PCB. The PCB is just the bare board with diodes and everything. So here I have the regular layout one. So the regular layout one is paired with the regular layout plate, like that. And then there is the funky layout one, which I believe is this one. Goes with the funky layout PCB, which basically puts the num row at the bottom and the spacebar row at the top. Very unique. But yeah, uses these JST connectors over there. So basically this mounts to the middle of the case, and then the cables just plug in. Pretty simple as far as that's concerned. So the construction is kind of nice in the sense that doing a Pro Micro like this does make it pretty cheap. It definitely cuts some costs, and it gives you a bit more flexibility to basically edit this one however you like. But yeah. So interestingly enough, we do have two sets here. Of course, I have the board over here, some switches. I actually need to confirm more on the switches. I'm actually not sure what switches I have here. And I didn't have like specific details, but we can just figure it out. We have these Gateron looking switches. Looks like Milky housing Gateron switches. Maybe Milky, these are the Gateron Pro Milky switches. And then KTT monochrome switches, which look like this. They seem like tactile switches. Interesting. Two sets of staffs, one win key, I guess one win keyless. We might go win keyless today, so 7U. I think I might use the Durock ones for today. So I'll put that aside. Ain't no way you're doing funky today? Oh, why not? I think I'm gonna do the funky one today because it's fun. Dust proof stems. Yeah. And then here the case. So here are all the spare parts, just like screws to mount the plate and whatnot, the daughter board meaning that Elite C, and then the bump-ons, and of course like hex keys and whatnot. Okay, cool. Just parts. 15 words per minute on funky. I think the funky one will turn out fine. I think I'll just do a small space bar at the bottom. We do have some plate film, which I suppose is optional. Oh, this is wait. Plate foam with a fixed right shift? Interesting. I don't think I have to use it. Alright, and then here's the case, which appears that like the brass piece is raw, so it was touched quite a bit. So let's take a look. But we got it in this dark blue color anodizing with a brass bottom. So here it is. Just a rather simple case here. Just kind of like a standard wedge. Just need a little wiping here. A little dirty. And then, ooh, I guess it was touched quite a bit already. But Funky60, very large font and engraving on the underneath part. That's a bottom. Yeah, it's really more like a bottom plate, as you can see. It's just literally just a base, so a very simple piece of brass underneath. So a very simple construction as far as the case itself goes. I imagine, again, to also cut on cost, because I believe this kit is like, I forget how much it was exactly. Product page. It starts at $195 US. which is actually not bad. Oh, you can also get a clear coated sand blasted brass piece, which gives you, it's just $10 over this. So the uncoated one is $195, the coated one is $205. So $200 basically, starting ish price. So which is pretty good. It's interesting. Very interesting. All right, so let's get started. I mean, so I think I'm gonna do the funky one, because why wouldn't I do the funky one? It would be pointless not to try, especially when we're here. I think we can forego the foam. I don't think I need it. We'll see how it goes. We can test the PCB. I did just plug it in earlier just to make sure it was detected. We can try these Gateron switches. I don't know. Do you guys feel like having these tactile switches or these Gateron switches? So from my perspective here, these look like Gateron, just like Gateron Milky Yellow switches actually. Standard Gateron Yellow Milky switches with what appears like, these look like Deskeys films to me. Yeah, these look like Deskeys films to me. Deskeys films, I imagine. Based on the lube, it's probably 205 though. I think nowadays everyone uses 205. Probably 205. Oh, JackPikatea, hello. Awesome. Well, you can tell me, what switches do we have here today? I wasn't sure actually. These are Gat Milky Yellows, yeah. And then these are these KTT monochromes. Are these also modded? We can decide which ones to use though. Alright. The tactiles do seem funky, yeah. So I haven't tried these either, so I mean Gat Yellows are Gat Yellows, right? So we can choose which ones to use. Monochromes are stock? Okay, so we have stock switches. Maybe we'll go with the loop one since people probably want to hear a modded build. But it's up to you guys. If you guys want to hear the KTTs, these KTT monochrome switches, let me know. I mean, the KTT switches, I think they're pretty good stock, actually. Pretty smooth. Just has a little bit of that, like, leaf crunch. Not leaf crunch, spring crunch, rather. But it's probably just a bit from the tactility, too. So, other than that, though, it's pretty smooth stock. Kind of reminds you of pretty smooth box switches, you know? It's kind of like that. Jordan, for this kit is dope though. Yeah. I think it's really good pricing for $200 for a 60% case with different options, and well, very different, that's for sure. And yes, so there's even funkier things. I believe if you look at the group buy page, which we can look at right now, actually. So if we look at this group buy page over here, where is it? Yeah, here it is. So if we look at the group buy page here, this Funky60 board can be built like this, which is the number row at the bottom and the spacebar row at the top. And then there's the ortholinear version, and then there's also a like Alice like kind of 40% like board, which is, well, funky. It's not bad though. I mean, $195 for base pricing. The group buy ends in the middle of this month. It fulfills at the end of this year. There's 4 different colors: E-white, black, no, 5 different colors: E-white, black, gray, deep blue, and red. We have deep blue today. You can coat or uncoat the options for the brass. And then you can add additional layouts, basically PCB and plate, I imagine, which you can add for $15 to $25. Really nice. And then hot swap variants for PCBs, of course. Nice little pictures here of the different colors. They actually seem to have the gray here, I think we saw the red over here, the E-white, actually all of the colors, dark blue. So you can see all the colors, you can see all the layouts. This is pretty unique. The ortho slant one, I think looks really fun. I actually know several people who would actually use this, like, productively, which is pretty cool. Definitely makes it look like a low profile case, unfortunately, but it's something different. So I do like how different this is. I'm assuming that this is the very case we have here today. The fingerprints match. But yeah, this is pretty interesting. 4 different layout options, normal through 3 different ones. Some sound tests and whatnot, and plan the builds and whatnot here as well. Pretty cool. But yeah, group buy ends like in the middle of this month. And honestly, this pricing is pretty good. So yeah, ortho sound is very popular so far. Yeah, I can imagine. I actually know people who would use this like very well. so that's cool. Ankit, hello, what's up? How you doing? How's packing going? Actually, how's packing and stuff? I know that's quite a bit of work right now for you. Okay, I actually am gonna test the PCB just one more time, just gonna make sure it detects and stuff. Is this a funky one? Yeah, okay. So this is a funky one, and let's see. This goes like that. And this goes like that. And then let's grab a cable here. Okay, it's been pretty fun taking it slow. That's good. That's good. If you're having a good time, that's good. So this right now is flashed with VL file, so you can see it right away. Looks like it detected just fine. I'm gonna switch a few things around. I'm probably gonna do split right shift. Actually, well, do I need a split right shift with this layout? Kind of don't, I think. But I do like having that on the pinky, so I'm gonna do split right shift. Layouts, split right shift. Okay. I'll put a layer key there. The rest I'll leave alone, I guess. That's fine. Oh my god, backspace at the very top is so weird. Oh my god. Okay. That's fine. Right alt. Okay, that's cool. The rest is fine. I think the PCB is working fine, so I think we're good here. I guess I could consider this like a split backspace too. Not this. Okay. All right. This is fine. Funky60 though. This is interesting. All right. Let's just unplug it for now. Looks like it's all good. Just gonna be careful at unplugging this JST connector. Quite a little tight actually. Okay. Yeah, a little bit tight. It's one of those tighter, wider connectors, so just gotta be careful. Alright, cool. Just leave this aside for now. Leave our main board aside for now. And now let's get to it. So this is gonna be our plate. Goes like that. No, wait a minute. Oh, this is split. This is fixed right shift anyway. Oh, so I have to use split right. I mean fixed right shift. Okay, fixed right shift it is. So wait. Huh? Huh? Oh, my bad. It's like that. All right. So okay, so we do need a stab there. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we'll use all the stabs here. The plates are prototypes, I believe. Yeah. So I guess you're gonna have right shift compatibility for this. And it looks like we have a full touch caps lock today, so no step caps lock today. I'm gonna put the normal one aside. The split shifts might not be supported with your plate. I would definitely recommend doing 5 space 6 layout. Okay, yeah. Well, I can still do 7U on this, can I? Yes, I can. I'm gonna do 7U at the top. Are you doing stabless for some extra funk? I could do stabless for the middle one, the 2U in the middle. Because that one can be stabless and honestly you wouldn't really notice that much. especially if it's like a thumb key. Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and am I missing yeah, 5 over here. 5, okay. And then I'm gonna need wire, 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 wire. Okay, cool. All right, great. Okay, so let's get started with some stabs first, as usual. So you're telling me that I could have gone this whole time with a backspace with no stab looping? I think it's a little different with backspace because normally you don't hit backspace right in the middle. But with the thumb keys, people tend to hit their thumb keys right in the middle. So it's not as noticeable. But when you're using like a backspace, a lot of people hit it with the pinky or the ring finger. And so backspace, not lubing your stab, or like not having a stab and not lubing it can feel kind of bad. For sure. So yeah, it kind of depends. I feel like for thumb keys though, it tends to be a little bit more. It tends to be a little bit easier, really. At least that's my take on that. All right, so for the switches, let's do some of these milky yellows. So I'm just gonna edit the build command for that. So today we have Gateron Yellow, Gateron Yellow switches, milky housing, Lube with 205, I think, and with Deskeys films. Oops! Oh shoot! Didn't save. I hate it when this happens. Gateron Yellow switches. Alright, cool. Alright, so I think I have enough switches here, right? These are enough? Hopefully. Alright. Let's get started with moving these guys up. So the amount of time spent on stabs for only having it sound bad. I mean, practice makes perfect, Gam. I think you can do it. Alright. Haven't done Durock stabs in a while. Durock screw-ins. They have been my go-to for countless builds. So it's kind of nostalgic to go back to them. I mean, in a way, clip-ins are like that, though. But I haven't used Durock V2s in a little bit. A lot of people have been sending either, I think I've gotten a lot of TX stabs, a lot of cherries. It's been a while since the last Durock build, I think. Time to build a cardboard keyboard to practice. Hey, why not? Technically still stabs needed for that. Mama hoo hoo, hello. Thank you so much for the 3 months. How are you doing? Roar. Hello, hello. Anyway, how did y'all's weekends go? Do you guys have a good weekend? Honestly, this weekend felt like just passed way too quickly. It's like already Sunday night. I kind of hate it. Monday scaries are real. I had ice cream? Ooh, sounds yummy. Mama Who is the best name on Twitch. Oh, is that Symbiote? No, this is not Symbiote. A Symbiote? Symbiote. This is GMK Bingsu, if you're wondering. Which also has a round 2 that happened. So that should be shipping sometime later. I don't even know when, but later. It's been a while. Now that I think about it. This weekend was good for me. Closer to my weight goal of 170. I'm at 192. Hey, congrats, game. That's awesome. That's really awesome. So you've been losing weight? Been hitting the gym and controlling your diet and stuff? Let's go, Gam. That's actually amazing. It's so hard to do that. It's actually so difficult to control your diet and, you know, being resilient at it. Nice weekend. Looking at keyword stuff again, trying to catch up. Oh, Captain Badass. What's up? Yeah, man. Like, it's a lot to digest. I hope you're taking it easy. Don't try to do too much at a time, you know what I mean? 80% mental, 20% physical? I mean, kinda. You can think all you want, but you also need to take it to action, right? So it also takes some work. To lose weight and whatnot. I saw my cheat days? I mean, everyone has their cheat days. That desk mat is sick. Where'd you get it? This desk mat? This is from Space Cables. It's the Ouch Kick V2 mat. It's a whole lifestyle change? Yeah, it's so difficult. Yeah, Funzy's exactly right. It is a lifestyle change. Like, you have to change how you, like, all your habits, like how you eat and stuff. And like it's especially worse, like, let's say, like, if you're eating a lot normally and then you have to eat a lot less, you get so hungry. Oh, that's my under Timmy. Oh, is foam from the box Keck W? Oh. Do you think that Cherry MX Blast would go well with copper plate? Yeah, so copper is kind of similar to brass. So if you like MX Blast with brass, then you're gonna like MX Blast with copper. Very, very similar. Used to be 250 actually? Dude, that's huge. Like, you've accomplished a lot already. So like for a year I lost that much? So you're telling us that you lost 60 pounds in a year? Dude. That's no small feat. Brass to copper alloy makes sense? Yeah, exactly. That's awesome, Gam. Keep going at it, dude. I believe. Of course, as long as you're, you know, healthy. That's no longer huge. I see what you did there. TBH though, what plays don't MX Blacks go with? TBH? That's true. What do they not go with? MX Blacks, the garlic pasta of keyword switches? Yeah. Yeah, it's that secret sauce. That secret formula. I mean, they're good. It just, you know, do you like them is the real question. Not everyone likes them. We know this. Oh shit! Is this Mr. Alex Otos again? Alex. Hello, Mr. Alex? Puck, thank you for the raid. How's it going, everyone? What do you guys do today? What's your build? Do you guys ask Alex for compliments and fun stories? Because he always has a lot of those for y'all. Anyway, hello raiders. Welcome. Good to see you all. I hope you're having a great weekend and a great evening. Happy Sunday, happy Monday, depending on where you are in the world. Hope you're hanging in there. Because I know that around this time people start to get busy again. Tax season crops up for people here in the States, for example, and you know, just like after the New Year's, things kind of start ramping up again. So it's a busy time, I imagine, for a lot of people. Is that my second least favorite keycap set of all time, GMK Pingsu? Oh, is it? Is it your second least favorite set? What's your least favorite set? Probably what? GMK Handerby? No. No, if you don't like GMK Pingsu, it must be something else. It can't be just Handerby. Helmix Blast even go hard without plates? Oh, they go so hard without plates. They're so good without plates. But anyway, if Alice's attractiveness were to be rated on a scale, there wouldn't be a scale large enough to rate him with. Hey, let's go. Imagine this white and black. Oh boy, it might be. It looks like a Dell keyboard, you know. Like a generic office Dell keyboard. Christian will visit Paris while the country will be under strikes and protests. It's okay. Christian will be visiting, and then because everyone's on strike and protests, he will I don't know what he's gonna do, but if people aren't working and there's no businesses open, that's gonna suck. I mean, for someone who's traveling for the first time or something like that, right? Wish him luck, I guess, but also the people who are in Paris. Hopefully these strikes and protests go well for them, if it's something just that they're fighting for. I used to hate Handy, but then I loved it and I'm starting to become indifferent about it. I'm personally like, okay. Are you going to do the R5 on top row and R1 on bottom row? I mean, I think it kind of has to be. Well, I would have to use a set that has R5 at the bottom row, so it goes into the top, right? MX Vintage Blasters are surprisingly nice. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the cookie formula of switches. At least for old, you know, since like old customs start being more popular in the West too. It's also raining, I'm smoked, I'm eating. Oh, just give your Dell keyboard RGB mods. Easy clap. Hey, AJ Tammy-san, what's good? How's it going? I'm doing alright. It's just been a bit busy. Skip the whole keyboard hobby. Gawk, Mr. Gawk from New Zealand says, skip the whole keyboard hobby. That is not financial advice, but it is good life advice, I would say. But is it? It might be financial advice too. I don't know. Be a moderate spender, I guess. Don't overdo it. There's a GMK set that was run by Drop. It was black on white text mods. It was run on Drop. Oh, probably GMK Hennessy. My least favorite keycap set of all time, GMK Daifuku. Honestly, not that different from Pingsu. That's fair. I wonder if is it because it's themed toward like, is it themed after food, or is it themed after, or is it just the colors? Like, you just don't like the colors, I guess. And that's fair. I think I like GMK Pingsu. I mean, it grew on me too. Skipping keyboard hobby would make me so rich. Same. You hate it so much you don't even write Daifuku correctly. I did fix it on purpose. Gok telling us not to invest in our 401k. Blasphemy. That's pretty much what I have. I don't have a 401k. In fact, it is also a fact that I don't have a 401k. I actually do not have a 401k. I only have a Roth IRA. And you know, like I have like, you know, like index funds, stocks, and like whatever, right? Like those Vanguard joint stocks and stuff. Yeah, I don't have a 401k, so I do have a 401kb though. Skipping the hobby would make you rich. It could make you not poor. Okay, true. There's other temptations in the world. Like, you know, for example, like a friend of mine kind of quit the keyboard hobby now. There's someone I know in the hobby who isn't really active anymore. But you know, the problem is he got into watches. It's worse. It's a lot worse. I don't pity him, in the sense that I tell him he's an idiot, but it's okay, he loves it. Be like me, be into both. Yeah, I know. Ninewalker, it's a tough life. Let's see. Gok, I wish I could. I've never looked more beautiful than the reflection of my 7V. Why is your keyboard upside down? Proper spelling is for Daifuku enjoyers. I quit keyboards and photography. Film photography. Oh, film also got kind of more expensive, right? Over the years. Hasn't film gotten more expensive over the years? Just because there's that whole like hipster movement around film photography. I mean, obviously it depends on the format and whatnot, but I do think film has gotten more expensive, right? Yeah, it got so pricey. Yeah. Not to mention you also have to develop it, so that's like an extra big cost. Just overall, it's like, it kind of sucks. I mean, if you're into that whole like kind of like more analog business. Watches versus keyboard is like tea versus coffee. Fair. Keyboard hobby is not that bad when the best thing you could possibly get costs under 1k. That is actually true. Funky does have a point that a lot of things do cost less than the, you know, prime thing on different hobbies. Like people who get into cars, like, dude, cars don't cost just $1,000. You know? Or like modding a car. Let's say you already have a car and you want to mod it. It doesn't just cost you $1,000. A watch, if you're talking about top of the line, it doesn't just cost you $1,000. So yeah, there's always worse. That's true. Go to dress shoes hobby. Special orders that take a year for a pair of shoes. The artisanal shoes. I mean, literally just like it's like artisanal shoe group buys basically, or not even group buys. I guess technically it's custom made, so it's bespoke, so to speak. Film has over doubled since 2019. Sage. Switch from car hobby to keyboards. My wallet is happier. I've heard about this a lot before. Film is 20% more expensive this year. Got into badminton. Ooh. Sticker shock about rackets, but realized I could buy 3 rackets for the prices on my board, so I hit buy. Nice. That sounds fun. Badminton sounds really fun. I actually have never played badminton more than like once, just because, I mean, where I grew up, back in Mexico, it wasn't really a thing. And then a lot of people that I knew that weren't into it. Like people that I was friends with were into like basketball, were into soccer, football, were into other sports. So I never did badminton. I did some tennis, just regular tennis. I did, but not badminton. Yeah. Actually, tennis is something I do like. Kind of want to try it. Kind of want to do again. I don't want to try again. It's been a long time, but it's pretty fun. Ithrak, hello. You don't even need a watch. I mean, that's kind of true, I guess, but I mean, I do wear a watch daily, so I like watches because they are a utility tool for me. Like, I do use my watch for a lot of different things all the time. Like, instead of using my phone, for example, to look at the time or something like that, I do sometimes like count time using my watch instead. Like while at work and whatnot. And your coffee, keyboards, and cars have never felt so broke. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. There's also the people who are like into audio, not just $1,000, man. Well, I mean, the people who are really into audio and they're into like that whole hi-fi scene, right? I mean, I know that Alex is kind of into it, like IEMs and all that stuff, but it's not cheap. Music production, that's a good one too. Big sunk cost on it's like capital stuff. It's just, you just need to buy a lot of equipment for music production to start, and then yeah. I'm more into Diego than keywords. Okay. Any Audezi avail? Oh, they're over there. I'm just not using them right now. I do use them while while working and stuff though. I'm just not using them right now because when I'm streaming, it gets really like warm and uncomfortable. At least you can time your boiled eggs with a Submariner. Oh man. How do you guys boil your eggs? I have a strategy that just works every time. And the strategy mainly just has to do, you put the egg into the pot while it's cold, directly from the fridge. And also you put it in when the water is still cold, so you're boiling the... Actually, no. You can just put boiling water, about half a cup, and then put the cold egg into the pot, cover it, and then 7 to 8 minutes, and it'll be perfect. That works too. There are several different ways, but that's the way I do it. The perfect thing to do with a boiled egg is to start by putting it in the trash. Wow. Damn. Yo, this person really does not like boiled eggs. Oh my god, Lego Junkie. That's damn. That's a waste of food, man. To use Pro Tools for professional recording on my wallet is hurting. Oh boy. Top of the line PCs, yeah. People wait for the water. Yeah, some people wait for the water to boil, yeah. 6 minutes boiling, then ice bowl. Yeah, ice bowl. Always crucial to put your hot boiled egg into, like, you know, running cold water or ice water to basically shock the egg, and also to make the, you know, to make the peeling a lot easier. The peel just comes right off once you start getting the shell off, peeling the shell from the egg once it's boiled. Try so many different methods, always struggle getting the shell off. Let me send you one. Poached over boiled and eat. I mean, yeah, poached eggs are great. Yeah, I get it. But the effort to poach an egg? I use a spoon to peel off the shell. Super easy. Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen that. Or I've never tried it myself. Actually, you know what, Matt? I want to see you take a little you should, you know how you do your morning you know how you do your little reels on Insta with coffee? You should do one with a boiled egg. Please do one with a boiled egg. You eat your eggs with the skin or not? Nah, I guess. Boiled eggs are so good when I just need to shove something down my throat before I run out the door failure. Yeah. Vietnamese dish with egg and caramel pork. Yum. Just slide it under the shell and the whole thing's pop off. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I think if you do the ice water thing, they pop off right off anyway. Aesthetic egg morning, dude. There's so many ways to cook an egg too. You can be like the, you know, like the fancy people who put the egg on the little that like egg stand thing, and they do like they crack it from the top. So fancy. Nothing like some balut in the morning. Boiled egg with toy soldiers. Yes, dude. Stop motion egg cracking. If anyone is in the Atlanta area, I recommend Tea Leaf and Creamery for some fantastic beverages. Ooh, I'll actually write that down. Tea Leaf and Creamery. So, I have relatives in the Atlanta area, so I would love to try it next time I'm in the area. ATL. Alright, cool. Just wrote it down. ATL native here, we need keyboard meetups? I'm actually surprised. Oh, I guess there's nobody to organize it anymore. So, before, I'm not sure if Sony is still there. Sony is the guy who runs the Mech Keys, the big Mech Keys Discord server, Discord GG/Mech Keys. Sony, he was in the Atlanta area for a while, and they organized big Atlanta meetups. I would suggest trying to organize one in the area because people used to gather up for Atlanta meetups. I know that Mr. Hate, the person who runs like Cake60, right? Mr. Hate, he's also in that area. Yeah, there's a lot. There is a lot of people in that area. I'm kind of surprised to hear that there's no regional meetups happening. Yeah, I just eat boiled egg, then try to poach an egg. Yeah, I feel that way. So Diego, I dug out the GAF 60, I force break, and it's worlds better. The P stem still need to go though? Well, that's not bad. Yeah, I imagine there was just too much contact with the case, right? I mean, that's good that the force break helped. I mean, it should. Since usually a lot of that kind of resonance comes out of like the cases. So I imagine like the force break thing does help a lot. It's always worth trying if you are kind of puzzled as to what's going on, I feel. It's just worth a shot. Alright. It's gonna be an interesting one. Let's see here. Oh. Alright, let's put these stabilizers on. So I believe I'm gonna do full right shift today. And oh wait, did I lube an extra stab? No, I think it's fine. I think I going for the space key here. And then I'm actually unsure. I think it's this one. Gat yellows are awesome. Oh, I love Gat yellows. Some of my favorite switches. I would default to Gat yellows if I don't have like, I don't know, like some other switches that I want to use normally, like which is MX brown, MX clears, MX blacks, that kind of stuff. Gat yellows are definitely a good choice always. Out of curiosity, why the Gat yellow switch? Oh, because they're great. Because they're fantastic. They're very nice switches. Diego loves his cherries and Gaterons. I sure do. I sure do. By the way, Oblotsky's now selling the QMX stats for 22 euro. I heard that it is easy to overloop them. Yes, that is correct. It is easy to overloop them. I don't know if you have heard from other people as well. Like maybe Nathan. I think Nathan already tried them too. Nathan Kim. Tega types. I believe Alex probably tried them too. I think some other people have tried them already. But yes, it is a bit easy to overloop them. I personally recommend, at least from my experience trying them out, I would recommend not lubing the plastic pieces. I personally found it better not to lube the plastic pieces and instead lubing the wire only and seeing how it goes. That I say because when I did lube the plastic pieces and the wire, it seemed to be a bit sluggish on some of them, and so I was like, maybe it is just over lubed. And so when I wiped off a little bit of the lube from the plastic portions, it helped quite a bit. And so that's what I imagine. I imagine it's probably easier to lube just the wire first and then go from there. But I do think that the tolerance between the plastic pieces is definitely on the tighter side, so that's my recommendation. Hello, Etharak. Have you built a GOG vent? No, but I will be sooner than later. Smarter Child 2000, what's your favorite tactile MX Browns? For sure. And Topre. Those are the two, probably. Topre is definitely up there for me because I use it all the time and also just something I'm used to now. But Topre is also very lovely to use. Ergo Clears vintage. Oh, I do like vintage. Well, no, they don't have to be vintage. They just have to be nice MX Clears. They don't have to be vintage per se though. I do like Ergo Clears though. Yes. I think if I have to pick a tactile switch that's above the tactility of an MX Brown, Ergo Clears are my go-to. But I don't really enjoy like Holy Panda type of tactility, which is a little too tactile for me. At least personally, not my favorite. So some people love it. I used to like it, and then kind of grew out of my phase. Like I kind of grew out of it. I was just like, this isn't really something I love typing on, and so I kind of stopped and don't really look out for them anymore. What are your thoughts on broken in switches? Personally, I'm not super sensitive to it. As in, I can tell the difference, but I wouldn't go through the effort myself of breaking in switches for like the 300k actuations or however many actuations people go for. It definitely does make a difference. I'm not gonna deny the fact that it makes a difference in many switches, especially like cherries or like, I don't know, kale creams or something like that. But I personally think it's fine to have a little bit of scratchiness. I don't mind it. I kind of enjoy it. Like, I don't mind that extra sound a little bit. You know, it's fine. It kind of grows. You know, it kind of grows on you, and I find it to be okay. So I think if you can afford the cost of doing the breaking in, like whether it's you break them in yourself or someone else does it for you, go ahead. But personally, I don't do it. Just not something I feel the need to do. Feel strongly, at least. Scratch is like a nice natural patina or good leather. Gets better with time. Yeah, something like that. It just kind of grows on you, and I personally don't mind it. At the end of the day, Ergo Clears vintage with MX Gray spacebar. That's a classic way of doing, I guess, a tactile build. Love my GOG vent after a shit ton of mods. Oh, I see. I don't know what it's like, so I'll have to try one. Haven't even heard too much about it. TX is releasing a new revision for their stats, and they call them almost perfect. I mean, that said, their stats are pretty good, so I imagine they're making a claim because, well, you know, people do like them a lot and out in the market. Copy Cultura. Have you tried Cherry New Nixies? Any thoughts? Yes, I've tried the first batch, like the pre-production batch, I guess, that came out, and they're very nice. I enjoy them. They are, honestly, like, I'll give you my honest opinion on the new Nixies. They are just like the, you know, Hyperglide MX Blacks that exist out there, right? With the milky top. So if you're buying it and you like the look of a milky top, it's for you. If the milky top doesn't do it for you, like you don't care too much about it and you don't want to pay a slight premium, don't buy it. It's whatever. You can just get regular MX blacks and you'll be fine. Personally. Rip Diego crashing Nuxie stonks. Yeah. Buy a Keycaps break-in machine that does 100 switches and breaking everything all the time. Easy, fast, good. Oh, I didn't even know that exists. TX Tabs V 3.1 or V4, I have no idea. Elaine said the new Nixies are like baby of MX blacks with OP blacks. I mean, well, OP blacks are literally intended to mimic Nixies. Like, they were made with this proprietary plastic blend or whatever, and you know, with the same look as Nixies, because they wanted to replicate that. That was the whole point of OP blacks. That's where they came from. It was just from JWK, right? So just a different approach, so to speak. And the cherry release is really like an official cherry release, so it's probably closest to what, you know, cherry switches are really like. I have Oil Kings and Baby Kangaroos, I assume, next week. CJs are still my favorite switch right now. They're a bit high-pitched. I only use them in certain builds. Oh, fair. I do like the CJs. I've tried CJs a few times, and at least a few times I did try them. It was pretty enjoyable. Similar to Oil Kings, I've tried them a few times. They're enjoyable in their own way. But again, yeah, I do think that you just need to try a switch to see how you like them in a specific build. How are Nixies versus Gap blacks in terms of sound? No different from how you would compare Hyperglide MX blacks to Gateron yellows. IMO. As close as it gets. That's the comparison that I would, like, that's the analogy I would draw, is if you can compare regular MX blacks with Gateron yellows, Nixies versus Gap blacks, same comparison. Yeah, unless you're talking about like the old school like Nixies, I think they do sound a little bit kind of, I think they sounded a little bit thinner than the new ones. But yeah. Kinsupi, hola. Probando el español. Hola, hola. What's the hype with Oil Kings? Oil Kings, just generally, the hype would be a pretty decent stock switch that comes with factory lube that is very smooth and not unpleasant, so people often decide to even use them completely stock. So that's the main appeal for Oil Kings, I would say, is that you can use them stock. For a lot of people, I mean, a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm fine with using these stock. I don't care, at least I'm looping a few of them to try it. Yeah, I mean, I would do that for sure. If you just wanted to try how it feels and stuff. I think this is for 70 over here. In the middle. If you like inks, you like Oil Kings, that's a fair statement, yeah. Oh wait, there's no backspace there. That's right. It's not a 2U, but this is fine. Nixies do have a spring that's kind of more, I mean, it's like similar to MX Black, so I personally would suggest spring swap if you're not into heavy springs. They definitely are pretty heavy though. Do you prefer 2-stage or 1-stage springs on linears? I'll give you the quick summary of that one. I just use TX medium springs for everything. Or if I like the springs in a switch, if it's 63.5 gram bottom out or whatever, and they don't like have like weird crunching sounds or whatever after I lube them, I use them. I don't care if they're 1-stage, 2-stage, XL, LS, whatever, jumbo. I don't care. As long as they're not too heavy, good enough. Ever used any switches from Keep Front? No. Alright, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, 2-stage 20mm spring feels the same as 1-stage 20mm. Well, in the sense that, like, the bottom out weight, like, you know, the force required for you to bottom out on a specific spring is already measured, and that's gonna be the same regardless of how many stages or whatever. The length of the spring will change how it feels, like especially in the upstroke in particular, like, or the preload, which is like the amount of force that you need to have to basically like get past the initial displacement. So that's gonna matter, but overall it won't make a difference on the bottom out. Like, that's still the same way. If it's 62, it's 62, and so on. I need me some browns with 45 TX extra long. Wow, 45 gram kind of light. That said, I personally don't type. I type like between 55 and 65. So 45 does seem a little bit too light for me, at least. Is that? I think that's even. That might be even lighter than. Oopsie. Switch just fell off. That might be lighter than stock, actually. I don't even know. Team 100 gram spring? Damn. It's pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. Yeah, they actually, when you breathe on them. Definitely reminds me of when people would talk about GAD clears. The ones that are really light too. Those really actuated very easily. I used a board with GAD clears when I was starting out, and did not like them because they were way too light. How do you choose the most suitable way for yourself? Any tips? Oh, just have to try. Trial and error. You try, you like it, you don't, you figure out what you like more between two different things, and rinse and repeat. Just have to be methodical. Hi, John Gorion. Greetings from Spain. Hola. Juan Gorion. Have you looked into Bion's bias? Yes. I will be building one soon. Soon, coming weeks, probably. Time to see how strong my hands are. Purchase 45, 55, 100, 150, 300, and 1500. Okay. 1500. 1.5 kilo. Okay. Let me know when your desk is broken in half. Just kidding. That sounds interesting. Good luck though. I mean, have fun. Bias so rough right now. Poor Bion. What's the latest? I know the silver defect thing. I read the update on just having like bottom of the crate B stock or worse boards. Heard you were in the process of handcrafting my Meteor keyboard. He's approaching 70% B stock in total. Oof. Ah, that's a lot of B stock. That's rough. You either have to redo them or sell them at a loss, basically. So, and that's if they sell. So, that's pretty rough. I play guitar, anything less than 70 grand feels way too light. That's fair. I mean, yeah, habit is a thing. If you have the habit to use heavier things and whatnot, then it makes sense. Black is also heavily affected now. Oof, that's sad. Unfortunate because it's a pretty cool board, yeah. 1 rep max key switch spring weight competitions. At that point, might as well do like finger wrestling, like kind of like arm wrestling, but with just fingers. Or maybe just build a machine for it. Variable weighting, like resistance. Thumb wrestling, yeah. Don't forget the bias coefficient for the price. What was that? Was it the cloud? Was it a cloud line? What was it? Derivative? The whole coefficient thing on Mech Market? That was hilarious. Russian slap comps? Brass cloud line, thank you. Oh boy. That was so funny. Buying sports are such a fresh air in the hobby. Definitely pretty interesting. I do like some of the little bits and pieces of different parts, like, you know, like the slanted screws thing that he was trying to do on some other teaser that he was doing. Yeah, the designs are definitely intricate. They're neat. I do like them. JJW current market multiplier of 2.1. Yeah. 2.91, buddy. Current market multiplier. What's Lightning Keyboard's current market multiplier? Probably like minus 6.9. He's doing a custom inspired T-kit with hidden screws next. Oh yeah, that's the one, hidden screws one. .78. Certified luxury keyboard crafter. Okay. What are your thoughts on the FLX Virgo style of Ergo instead of the normal Alice style? I mean, the FLX Ergo is... So, okay, so you know what's funny? Let me tell you. So the Ergo TKL was... I mean, the LZ Ergo was basically that, right? And the Alice layout came about because UTC looked up to the EM7. So the EM7 is like a 65% style kind of like board. You know, with arrow keys and the 3 key cluster, right? And then Alice was kind of like the 60% version of that. UT's kind of like baby layout of that. But the LZ Ergo already had that FLX Virgo style of ergonomic layout, whatever. Basically Ergo TKL. I mean, it's effectively the same. I mean, if you can use a TKL, you can use that FLX one. If you can use a 60%, you should be able to use an Alice layout. Funded by Honda and PFU Fujitsu. I love customs. JD Tire Kurgan multiplier is undefined. Oh, hard to define that one. JD market multiplier. He does not even have to interact with the market though. That's JD. That's why it's undefined. JD need no market. Alright. All looks pretty good to me. Some extra switches. Alright, let's get going with the soldering now. Good linear switch recommendation for a plateless build. I know his preference, but nonetheless, I mean, can you guess what I'm about to tell you? Guess. First guess. What's your first guess? That's the one you should go for. But what's your first guess that I'm about to tell you? MX Clack. Yeah, just MX Blacks. Speed Silvers? Okay, I mean, actually Speed Silvers aren't so bad. I actually do have used good batches of Speed Silvers. If you like the Speed Silvers style switches, where it's basically long pole like, not bad. Cherry MX Lock? Oh my god, MX Locks kind of suck. Anyway, yeah, there's your recommendation. My first recommendation, MX Blacks, of course. But that said, I mean, there's a lot of good switches. I mean, I do still like some of those, like, you know, some of the, like, I do like alpacas, right? Really nice. Tend to prefer to lube them a little bit lightly for like alpacas and similar switches, like, you know, NK Silk, that stuff is kind of similar. Got Ings, you know, that kind of stuff. Got CJs, got Ings, got Oil Kings, are kind of like their own category of linears that people like a lot. I tend to like non-long pole linears, so I like MX Blacks, I like alpacas, I like, you know, I'm not into like the whole long pole linear like trend as much. I do enjoy them. Like I do have like reds and like a Keycaps 265. I do have like some others and like an NCR 80 and so on. You know, I do have like Durock palms and whatnot. But if I have to choose, I would choose non-long pole personally. Built a Monica Hidari with alpacas. How do you like it? The dial with GATX. Yeah, GATX, got yellow, right? Milky top. Pretty nice. Between the F1 and the Kaze, which one do you prefer? Ooh, they vary in aesthetic. So if I want like a nice simple wedge F1, Kaze is kind of cool. Has a neat side profile, and like, you know, the back portion is pretty cool. If you like that F13 badge, if you like that aesthetic, go for that, like F13 style. That's basically what the Kaze is. It just instead has a badge instead of an F13 key. So if you like that more compressed function row, go for that. But both are pretty nice, to be honest. But they're different layout effectively as far as like how the spacing is. So they're both TKLs though. I like them both. Different reasons. I haven't tried the Kaze actually, but based on what people are saying thus far, I have an idea. Yeah, MX logs aren't really good. Switches with good legs. That's a good point. No Zakus. Yeah, no Zakus for me. Is that a brass weight with no coating? That is correct. It's an uncoated brass weight. Near field with alpacas is my favorite board today. Yeah. I think honestly, JWK linear is pretty nice. Like just the regular ones. Sohos, alpacas, whatever, NK Silks, you name it. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Diego, have you ever used a Copra board? Yes, the Copra board is the police board with the domes that cover that like police board with like DSA or other keycaps, because I remember the cherry doesn't work for those. Yeah, I've tried them. It's okay. Felt whatever about it personally. Yeah. I would rather use Topper if that were the case. But it was interesting. But if I can't use cherry profile, I would rather not use it. Alright. Oh, not plugged in. Why is that? Oh, I see. Can't go back to normal pole switches anymore. The short travel long poles makes typing so much more pleasant. Yeah, I'm exactly the opposite. I type on long pole and I can't wait to go back to regular. That's how I feel about it. TG3 domes, yeah. Thank you. Preval epsilons, yeah, those are also long pole if I recall. So if you like those, good rec. KTT Rose, considered long pole. Basically, long pole is gonna be 4 millimeters of travel. Full travel is 4 millimeters of travel. So if they say 4 millimeters of travel, likely normal. If it does not say, if it says 3.8, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, whatever, it's long pole basically. Effectively, same thing as long pole. Shortened travel. It's like speed switches. Alright, let's get this soldered up. Should be a quick solder job. 60% are pretty easy to solder. Soldering Yellow. The dodgy open source project looks so fine, dude. Oh yeah, it looks pretty nice. Nice take on a wedge. 2 Ps if I recall. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Simple and nice, you know. Hi Lightning, do you have any opinions on switch break-in machines? Are they worth it for all switches or maybe for just Cherry MX? It is true, I would say Flash Flood. I think switch break-in machines are worth it for switches that tend to be a scratchy stock. And that do break in over time like that. So yeah, like Cherry MX, some like Kale Creams for example are a good example for those, right? I think a lot of the other like modern switches from like Avlion or like Taxi or like a lot of these Gateron Prelude switches and whatnot, JWKA, right, Durock, etc. They tend to be pretty smooth already, so I wouldn't really like go with breaking in those. Cherry and Max, however, and like Kale, for example, there's a few that like do kind of benefit from it. So for those, I think it's kind of worth it. But that said, it is extra time. You also have to run these for a while. And you do have to spend more money, right? You do have to. They are noisy, like the machines themselves. So you do have to like kind of like isolate it sound-wise, just because it is kind of loud to have those running. If you're going to buy them for yourself, right? And you also have to do them like in batches, right? If you have to, you know, if depends on how many switches you need, right? So yeah, I guess it is worthwhile if you're really sensitive to scratchiness or smoothness, whichever way you see it. I personally am not as sensitive to it, and I was telling somebody, I think it was Jack, actually, the designer of this boy, who was asking about breaking in for switches. I personally am not very sensitive to this whole stuff with breaking in and whatnot. So personally, I find it not necessarily worthwhile, as in I wouldn't buy a switch breaking machine for myself. If I really needed to break in something, I would just send it to a friend or something who has a breaking machine and just ask them for a favor or something like that. You know, basically like, I'll just pay you and you can, you know, break them in, whatever. But I personally am not too sensitive to it, so for me it's like a pass. But some people are like, do enjoy them a lot. Some people are like, I would never use a keyboard again without breaking in my cherry switches, like, period. Oh, Ask got the auto? No worries. Yeah, the gist of my opinion is worth it if you're sensitive to smoothness. TLD, you know, TLD L, I guess. They don't listen. Is you yeah, basically, if you're sensitive to smoothness, go ahead. Costs money, it costs time, it costs sound, like it is noise that's gonna be kind of loud. Little fly or whatever mosquito thing flying around here. How annoying. So yeah, I'm personally, whatever. Cherry MX and kale, fine, go for it. Like kale creams or something like that. Some people love them. I'm imagining it, but the leaf tick on my pewter sort of went away after a couple months of typing on them. I wonder if you could achieve the same with a breaking machine. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I wonder if the leaf tick has just to do with the leaves are just kind of more in place after you type on them. Because you keep kind of basically like vibrating them in place. I don't know. Maybe they just kind of like acquire a steady state. JD Tiger is more keen on 50 gram springs. Yeah. Bought and broken Hyperglide Black, but little did I know that I actually like the scratchiness. Yeah. Yeah, like at the end of the day, for me, I feel like I end up liking that scratchiness. I don't really care so much that it's there. I'm like, oh, it gives it character. It's nice. So I end up not caring. My pewter's leaf tick's still here after 2 years. Again, some people sensitive to it, some people not. Maybe for abstraction layer, maybe actually matching it, or it just kind of, you know, blended in with the background. Can't really tell anymore. Not paying attention to it, rather. Anyway, yeah. Skill issue. Moved? Maybe the HVAC here is slightly louder? Could get into JWK hype because they're too smooth? Yeah, so for some people it is like that. It do be like that. I actually don't find JWK obnoxious per se. They do have a different sound profile to them. So sometimes I like them and sometimes I don't. In some builds they actually sound really good. They just sound and feel really, really good. And yeah, so not everything needs to have Cherry MX Blast for me, but it is a go-to for sure. Anyway, as I'm concluding the soldering here, just wanted to say, guys, if you want to support me and other vendors who sponsor the channel, exclamation sponsors, to check out the different vendors that support the channel. Also, there's a few discount codes in here and there for people who offer them, like I think like Espresso and CVE Planet and a few other affiliates do offer them. Of course, for those who don't, a lot of them do offer referral links and stuff. There's referral links on my website that you can just click on to purchase anything that you're, you know, buying from those vendors. And, you know, of course, there's a small kickback at no cost to you, but, you know, a way to support the channel. But, you know, just wanted to let you know. But you probably know that, so don't need to reiterate it over and over again. Alright, so Soldering is done. Let's just make sure that everything looks good. No weird joints. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Looks good. It is time now to test the... Let's actually just go ahead and mount this up. Love the sound of JackPikatea and platelets, but I hate that keycaps get looser on their stems after like 2 changes. Oh, I see. They're kind of like a little too soft for the stems, perhaps. I don't know. Too slippery. Where is the joke about Cherry MX West Texas come from? I think it's just because there's this whole thing about West German Cherry Mix Blacks because they're like the oldest version of Cherry Mix Blacks. Because back when, you know, West Germany and East Germany existed, Cherry, when it was still based in, like when it had a headquarter thing in Germany, a lot of the Cherry keyboards, Cherry Corporation keyboards were, you know, they said made in West Germany. And they had MX Blacks, so people call them West German MX Blacks, like vintage MX Blacks. The West Texas one kind of just came in as a joke, I think, in the Texas server. So, yeah. You can ask Mr. Koopa about it. And some of the other Texas people in my server, actually. Yeah, you can also join my server, my Discord server. A lot of fun and sometimes joking and just kind of a shit post kind of conversation all the time. Exclamation Discord if you want to join, but you're free to not join if it's too memey or too boring for you. So yeah, what the East Germans use, I have no idea. All right, so let's get to mounting this up. So let's get the case opened. Oh, hello Kim, how are you doing? Alright, so assembly now. Okay, blah blah blah. I'm just reading the guide here. Installing the switches. Okay, there's these O-rings. Cool. Alright. So let's first get this. So apparently there's some O-rings here that I can use. There's a bunch of screws here. Bump-ons, don't need to replace those, I think. And okay, so here's these O-rings and stuff. Cherry MX Reds, clearly. That's actually a good one. Okay, so there's these FR4 pieces basically to secure the plate tabs. And then there's these little O-rings here. I don't know what this... Oh, this is the shim for the daughter board, I think. Alright, so basically this uses this kind of like O-ring on tab kind of mount. But it is secured by a little kind of like PCB like shim. Basically you just put little O-rings around each of the plate tabs. Thoughts on Envoy? Pretty good. Honestly, I think it was a pretty good deal. It's like between, I think the configuration I had, which was like the white with mirror polish finish and whatever for the weight, is like $260-ish plus tax and shipping. But it starts like basically at around $200, right? Pretty good deal, IMO. Interesting take on 65% tray, essentially. Definitely kind of comparable. I mean, going to be similar to what the idea of like, for example, like that parallel sequence or parallel array or whatever they're called, the whole parallel brand of boards is kind of trying to do, like, which is basically a tray O-ring. But instead of like O-ring, you have those block mounts where there is solid, or there's like this lattice one which is kind of squishy, and you can basically change those up however you want, which is nice. Always nice, always a extra point for customizability. So I thought it was good. It typed pretty well. It was nice and soft relatively, if you use like the lattice block especially, and the sound was really good, even like no foam or anything like that. So I enjoyed it. I think it's a good deal. Starts at 189. Close enough. Alright, so let's get this case opened up here. Thanks for the nice words, wire. Okay, Mason. I got the green and copper on the way. Nice. Oh, green sounds nice, actually. Man, you got an envoy? Nice. If you do get an envoy, don't forget to order it through modedesigns.com/keyboards if you would like to support. But if you don't, it's fine. You can order it using modedesigns.com/tehatype/alexotos/ I actually don't remember who else. There's like so many people who have a link, I think, now. So I actually don't know. Anyone who you want to support. They're all lovely people, so. And they deserve the support. Alright, so we get this like big chunk of brass. Basically, it's just a plate of brass with basically bump odds and engraving. That's literally what this is. Just an uncoated piece of brass. Quite the chunker. And then this, you just basically dunk it into the case here like this. Right? Bloop. So it just held up by these little O-rings, and then you grab these Pikatea branded little shims, sorta, and then we're just gonna grab these screws, just let them through, and screw them in. So like the hex boards and the doll, yeah, kind of similar, yeah. I guess you can also adjust kind of like how tight you want to have this, but I would say like just finger tightness is probably more than enough. But it essentially is a PCB top mount, yeah. PCB top mount with O-ring, I guess, on the tabs, or gasketed rather. Pretty neat. It is it's been a nifty thing that people have come up with. I do think it adds to an interesting typing experience too, soft, especially. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. You know which other mounting was kind of interesting? The way the Babylon 65 did it. That one was different too. That one had these long O-rings span the entire bottom piece, and it just kind of clamped onto the bottom piece, and you just put the assembly right on top and then sandwich it with the case. So it effectively was like a trampoline under the PCB plate assembly. That was an interesting one too. I thought that was kind of cool. That was kind of memorable just because it was a little bit different. Yeah, the Trailblazer keywords guy. Yeah, that was pretty interesting too. There's been some interesting developments in as far as keyboard stuff goes, like mounting and whatnot. Like, you know, it's not all top mount, gasket mount, whatever, right? But I do think even in the realm of like PCB mount and in the realm of even kind of like top mount varieties and whatnot, people have been trying to come up with new things, and it's been cool to see. Parallel do create good boards, but my experience with their support was pretty terrible. Yeah, I have heard of somewhat lacking customer support. I have heard that before. Not my first time hearing that, actually. But I did hear good things about their boards too, so I guess it's just like a your mileage may vary kind of thing. You got the funk. Oh, who is this? Is this Twitch partner Nine Gogo? Hello? So who's the funky one here? Wow. Wow. Very nice. Look at that. Look at that Twitch partner badge. Lydia just rocking it. Let's go. Congrats, by the way. I don't think I got to congratulate you anywhere else, so congrats. That's huge. I did see it on the stories though, and I thought it was pretty cool. It's been cool to see also like new Twitch partners relating to keyboards. I believe Starfire Penguin recently got partner too, right? So pretty cool. Mr. Giorn a little while back now also got partnered. Also, if you hear me do like yow, it's because I've been watching a lot of One Piece lately, and that voice is like from Frankie. Yow! Twitch partner super! Sorry. I apologize. Is this your first time watching One Piece? I've been catching up. I mean, well, I started last year actually. I refused to touch it for a long time because I was like, oh, it's too long. I don't really want to watch this or like catch up. I always meant to watch it, by the way. But I got the motivation to start One Piece last year, and I did like last summer-ish. And right now I'm on Fishman Island. No, not a rewatch. First time. So I'm like really into it right now, you know? Especially because I'm able to binge it too, like or like have multiple episodes at a time, like watch entire arcs or half an arc or maybe just like quarter of an arc. But you know, I can watch more than one episode a week, for example, right? And so that's always fun. Been enjoying it a lot. Alright, so we put all of these Pikatea shimmies, and then next thing we're gonna do is we put our, I think this is for the daughter board. Are there different thicknesses? Yeah, it's kind of like different thicknesses. Which one am I supposed to pick out? There's 2, 3, and what looks like 4. I guess I'll pick the one right in the middle. So how do I do this? Oh, okay. I'm looking at the instructions here from the website. So this is kind of like to keep the this thing kind of like afloat. Try middle, okay. Cool. M2.5. Oh, and a washer. For the GB, these will be cut from acrylic of different thicknesses. Oh, I see. What's that thing called? Like the elevated surface where you put your artisans? You mean this? This is called a desk shelf. Mine I got from balolo.de. It's a German company. I actually have a coupon code with them. You can get 10% off from them. It's not super cheap. Like this one's like, yeah, like 200 euro or something like that. There are cheaper ones like on Amazon, Etsy, other places. A lot of people recommended the GroveMate one a long time ago. They've changed their design for the GroveMate one, but you can still get one if you like their design. I got one from them because I like just the layout specifically for the desk shelf. Like I could put my DAC and my amp underneath and still have some random trinkets over here. And also have the desk shelf surface. So yeah, it just added real estate to my desk. So for me, it was like very nice. And you know, at the end of the day, I got to get a discount code kind of thing running with them. So that was kind of convenient. It was like a 2 birds 1 stone situation for me. So figured. So many wires. Yeah, a few. What desk do I use? I use an Uplift V2 standing desk. I used to just have a regular, whatchamacallit desk, just a regular desk. But then I needed some extra real estate, and so I just switched to a standing desk. Specifically, I need some real estate for like both the desk size, and I also wanted to have something that I could, yeah, like change the height of. For many reasons, like camera, like photography stuff, or like, yeah, just like different reasons. Alright, so just barely finger tight, just making sure that the USB port is nice and centered there, which looks pretty good now. And then next thing is just plug these in. So super simple. I mean, of course, I think in the kit you actually have to do this yourself, but in this case, Jack kind of did the work for me. The kit is a lot more of a DIY kind of project, though, just so you know. Anyway, so that's basically that. Alright, and then I think the next thing is just close it up. Make sure no wires are getting pinched. That's good. Nice dolphin, thank you, thank you. Almost done here. Okay, so that's it. We can now test it out. Wonder what caps we have in store for us today. I don't know. Need to think about it. I'm not sure. Looking funky? It sure does. I'm so not used to seeing this. But this will be fun. I have a deep blue case today. Let me think about it actually. Let's see. Key sets. I was thinking maybe like GMK Hammerhead would be kind of nice on this. There's always like Wob, but I think Wob is kind of boring. TBH. I do have GMK Birch, which is kind of interesting too. A little different. Let's see. I do have. And don't feel strongly about that. Don't feel strongly about this one either. Dracula could be good. Yuri is also an interesting set. GMK Yuri is a little not, you don't see it often. Birch seems cool. Same here, is that keyword on backwards. Yeah. Blue alert could work too. Yeah, if you want something beige. Yeah. All right, I think those are good options. So let's put it on a poll. I also have GMK Alter, which is kind of interesting too. Could go okay on a navy case. All right, so let's see. Poll. What key set? I said we have Birch. We have Hammerhead. Light, actually. To be more specific about it. I think someone said Blue Alert. What else did I mention earlier? I guess I have. Wait, what did I miss here? Hold up. Black on white. Not feeling strongly about that. Greg, nah. Okay, let's put Yuri, just because it's something a little different. And then last one, I'll say Rudy. Very vanilla kind of option, I think. All right, get to voting. Get to voting. Vote. Oh, Birch and Blue Alert neck on neck. That'll be fun. Alright, looks like it's between Birch and Blue Alert. Pretty close. Pretty close votes here. Either one's fine, to be honest. They both are a bit different, so... I mean, I guess one is beige, so a little bit more standard than not. What did I walk into? This quite a layout? Is the bottom row switched to the top of a 60%. The rest is the same. Alright, Birch it is. Alright, let me go get Birch. Alright, so GMK Birch. Alright, let me go get that real quick. Keywords in the future is scary. Yeah, that conversation we were just having of Ryan earlier in the in that other server, so funny. Alright, we're back. Brought my Orion V2.5 because this is what has my GMK Birch right now. So I'm just gonna switch him over to the board. Alright, so you're gonna need that bottom row here. At the top. And then the rest. New meaning to flip space? Yeah. Seriously, huh? This is interesting. Man, where am I supposed to put my artisans on this? On the bottom right, on the bottom right, and the bottom left? This confuses my resin brain. Look at all that artisan space. Holy shit. No. We're still just gonna do two corners, right? Huh? Okay, so let's see. 5. I think it's like this. Just do the win key place. That would be interesting too, actually. That would be okay as well. But we can do some novelties on there too, though. This is interesting. This is new. This is, some people just want to see the world burn layout. New PB for the typing test? Wait and see? Yeah, we'll see, huh? I mean, I'm sure the typing will be fine as long as I don't do numbers, right? Like, if it's numbers, like, I wouldn't be able to type on this, right? I mean, well, because it's just so much harder to type numbers on this. But space, I can just use this 2U over here, which is fine. IMO. So that's gonna be okay. How does one with type the spacebar at the top? Spacebar becomes the backspace or something. I don't know. Spacebar becomes like a layer key, a gigantic layer key. Definitely a little confusing. Spacebar becomes the Windows key. I mean, technically you get the Windows key up there. It's fine. It's interesting that you like use your thumb keys for the numbers though. That's definitely something different. Thanks for commenting on my K1 Discord. Oh, yeah. It looks so good. The braided one? Was that you? Yeah, it looks so good. Of course I would comment on it. It looks great. Why would I not? Alright, let's see. Oh, nice. Okay, here are the space keys. Oh, I didn't get novelties for this set. That's right. You can do ortho on this unironically. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's put those. Oh, why is this chair going all the way here? Alright, let's pick out some artisans to put down here. Alright, so something kind of navy-ish, eh? Yum. Oh boy, this one kind of just fits perfect. I'm just gonna put this over here. So little blue corners. Maybe I'll put the full over here too. All right, I think that works. Little two blue corners flanking the rest. All right, let's try this. All right, let's just test. Make sure that it's working. Alright, cool. Alright, let's get a typing test up. Do you see BG just got married? Yeah, I heard. Big congrats to Mr. BG. BG of BG Caps. Makes some dope artisan keycaps. Good stuff. Alright, so let's see here. Okay, let's get that focused. There we go. Looks good. Alright. So I need to type on space. This is space, right? Yeah, that's space. I'm gonna program. I should program this to backspace, this one over here. So this will be my backspace. Honestly, I would rather not fuck it up, and I'm just gonna not program any of these keys here. We'll do this as escape. Alright. I think this, for my sake, will be optimal. Alright, cool. Okay, so this is my space. Alright, I think I can do this. I think I can do this. If you can put your actual spacebar at the top. So like, wait. So space bar. Oh fuck! Fuck! My thumb is automatically doing this. Space bar, like at like this basically. Oh, that's so difficult. Oh my god. Oh, this sucks. Okay, we'll do it both ways. We'll do it regular first, and then we'll do it with the spacebar at the top. How's that? We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it for fun. And this is gonna be fun, and we're gonna do this normal first, and then we're gonna do it miserably. Okay, and this is gonna be fun. Okay, this is gonna be fun. All right, let's try it out. Let's try it out. Okay, cool. So, all right, yeah, this is gonna be cool. All right. Here we go. First, we have these are Gateron Yellows with milky housings with on an FR4 plate. This is the Funky60, yeah, FR4 plate. This is the Funky60 layout, and this GMK Birch. Let's get it on. All right. wait, also it's not 60 seconds here. All right, 60 seconds. All right, here. Oh. Come on. Oh, redo. The spacebar is so small. It's difficult. Ah! I choked a lot, but definitely a little faster. I just feel so so like I am so used to using the spacebar right around like maybe the 6 or the 7 here, maybe the 6 right here. It's extending my thumb a little more makes it so different, like makes it feel a little uneasy. Like I kind of feel like I'm stretching out too much. So yeah. All right, let's try this a different way. So let's now put the spacebar at the top and no spacebar at the bottom. So nothing that underneath, nothing's gonna work. So we're gonna do spacebar at the top now, and you guys are gonna see me suffer. Is your camera flipped? Yeah. Okay. So is it easier if you see it this way or if you see it this way? Do not try this at home. Okay. Well. All right. Maybe I'll show you the regular camera here, up the overhead. All right. Let's try this out. No. Okay. Ah! My muscle memory. Okay, I can't redo this anymore. Put your thumb on the board is tempting you. Ah, yeah, this thumb. But then if I put it here, oh, this is so tough. Oh my god. Okay. How am I supposed to do this? Oh my god. Oh, 55. This sucks, dude. You know what it feels like? It feels like some kind of like a typewriter or something. It's like the ding. The thumb was struggling. Yeah, just wanted to like tape it down. Oh my god, this is so rough. I can teach you the rating the spacebar press. Yeah, I was hitting that way harder than I should have. Oh my god. This is fun. Yeah. All right. Here are the mods. Here are the mods though. Oh my god. Yeah, it actually sounds really good. This actually sounds really nice. I mean, spacebar won't ever sound as good as this because it's 2U. Yeah, it sounds really nice. Overall, though, it sounds really good. Just overall, like this FR4 plate with this mounting, it's pretty nice. It sounds funky? No, it's surprisingly not. Doesn't sound funky actually. Why is the spacebar at the top? That's a good question, dude. Imagine the new people coming in here. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Because it is. Oh my god, Diego's getting Clockwork Oranged. That is not a spacebar. Yeah, no, this is tough. That is backspace? I guess you could do it as backspace, yeah. Oh my god. Can't wait for the YouTube comments. Oh boy. Oh boy. But anyway. Top row 10U. I mean, wasn't there that board with all the spacebars? I saw that at some meetup pictures. I forget which meetup it was. Some reason meetup had that one. Anyway, that was fun. I think I could try to get used to this funky typing. But I don't want to rewire my brain like that right now. Yeah. Okay, 77. Not too bad. A little better. A little better. More consistent, too. Whew. Passing grade, yeah. I got like a C. Yeah, the more you type on it, the least I like it. Oh my god. Definitely better now. This is the way. What if you flip the board around and you type? Oh my god. Huh. I mean, if you flip the board around, this is like a negative typing angle keyboard, right? Oh, that would throw me off because there's... Oh, no. 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 It would throw me off because... Yeah, no. No, we're not trying that. Oh my god. Anyway, alright. Let's show this board off now. Okay, let's see. Okay. So, alright, let's see. Remap your brain for one key or all 26? Oh my god, yeah. The entire alphabet would be just a little too much. Also, like punctuation marks, especially. Whew, that'll be tough. Like all your shift and control shortcuts and whatnot. That'll be really rough. Alright, so this is the the Funky60. Pretty fun little board with different layout options. As you can see, this is funky, alright. But then there's some other ones. There's ortho, slanted, and there's also like the 40s Alice kind of layout. GMK Birch actually looks really nice on this because especially because of the brass piece right here. Just makes it look just right with the colors. So I actually really like this blue and GMK Birch on it. Actually looks really nice. Just gonna turn it around to kind of show you the side profile here. Side profile here is kind of interesting because R1 is now at the bottom and R4 is at the top. Interestingly enough, here's a lot of fingerprints from myself and probably Jack and whoever else may have handled this. There's our USB port in the back. Again, the side profile, just a simple wedge. Rather simple as far as the shape of the board. And then from the side cam here, you can see. Hola, buenas noches. Se ve como ese teclado. Aquí en Colombia no se consigue nada así. Saludos. Saludos, Daniel. So yeah, here it is. This is the side profile again. But yeah, looks pretty neat. So the side cam, this should be a Sony a6400 with a Sigma 30mm. And my top down is another Sony a6400 with a Sony zoom lens. But yeah, pretty nice. If you want to look at it from the side here. So there's our for our little say hi to YouTube. There's our thumbnail right here, I think. 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, yeah, this is a nice set for blue and brass, so I do agree, Jack. So I noticed that I have a double banner over there. Weird. But yeah, this looks pretty good. Looks pretty good with this set. It is disorienting though, yes, FPS Astro. I don't disagree with you at all. Oh man. Imagine like a 75% with this layout. Oh, like more rows flipped would be kind of interesting. Bleach, hello. How's it going? But yeah, interesting board. I think that's pretty much it for this build. If you guys have any questions though, go ahead and let me know. Just one last look here. The F keys at the bottom? Yeah, that would be pretty whack. You would have to get used to thumb keys for functions, which actually could be more ergonomic than you think. But spacebar definitely has to be somewhere around here though. So it has to be a somewhat accessible spacebar. Or the space key in general. I mean, here in the middle is actually okay. But yeah, like remapping these to some kind of modifiers or something else would be interesting. Or even the number keys here and the F row even below here. Remap 6 to... Oh yeah, if I remap 6 to spacebar, it would help a ton. For sure. But just for the challenge, I think I would prefer to just try this one. It's definitely very much in the middle though. I think 6 to spacebar is probably ideal for me. Because it's right here where my thumb is. So yeah, that would work. Remapped a lot of the bottom and top. for gaming friendly layout. Oh, interesting. That's interesting. Then I switch back. Fair. That's pretty cool, Jack. Pretty neat. I mean, why don't you tell us? How do you come up with this? Just was it for the fun of it, or was there like an actual reason for it? Like wanted to actually use this layout? I'm just wondering if it's functionally motivated or if it's fun motivated. Functionally motivated? Actually. He lost it there? Just wanted to make something new, more fun motivated by using more than I thought. Oh, okay. That's cool. I mean, I could see how you could remap your brain a little bit. Rewire your brain a little bit around this. I do have to say, the R4 keys at the top with an angled board, this is actually not uncomfortable at all, because basically the up facing modifiers kind of like go in, like they kind of curve right down from the R2, so this actually doesn't feel like pointy or weird. The thumb keys, if you use these number keys as thumb keys, actually it's not that bad either. So as far as the ergonomics of the row profile goes, for a cherry profile board like this, it's not too bad. But yeah, it's interesting. I have to say, it's funky and it's interesting. All right, I think I'm gonna probably just wrap it up here. But yeah, so as you guys probably saw in the build command, exclamation build, you can see all the details. But the Funky60 is right now on group buy. It's on Keycaps, it's on Reddit. But yeah, this is on group buy right now. The kit starts at $195 US. The group buy ends in about 2 weeks. And fulfilled at the end of this year, 5 different colors, coated uncoated brass weight, and solderable and hot swap, as well as different layout options if you want it, FR4 plate and whatnot. Powered by one of these like Elite C style little boards, and just yeah, overall pretty cool. Functionally speaking, it can be made functional, and as you can tell, and yeah, it's an interesting board. I think it sounds pretty nice too, despite it being very simple. You know, nice simple wedge, but it sounded pretty good. So yeah, check it out. And again, thanks to Jack for sending this out. Of course, you'll see more media on this soon. And yeah, I think that's it. All right, let's see if we're gonna raid somebody tonight. So let's see, here we are. Channels, let's see who's currently. I see Mr. Geo is on. Some fixer-uppers doing some cable work, I think, maybe. Mod, Mr. Lulstacks, Mr. Ryan currently having a Kaze build going on. I see Mr. Jang, Lego and Gundam Mech Model Legend, also in the Makers and Crafting category. There's Tyler Keyboard Live, building something too. And I guess that's it. Oh, I see. I see also Mr. Issy83, whom I also see online often. So let's see. Who do we raid? Oh, this is also on Disastertron. Cool. Who shall we raid, guys? Geo? Maybe? Tyler? Lols? Kind of torn. Alright. Let's see. Oh. Raid. Oh man, I really need to put the space bar here. Can't do it. Geo? Okay, why not? Haven't raided Geo in a little bit. Let's see, raid Georin. Tyler just raided Geo. Oh shit. Cancel it, cancel. Didn't know that. Alright. Alright, so if Tyler just raided Geo, let's go raid the other person who's missing. So Mr. Lulstacks. We haven't raided Mr. Lulz in a bit. Raid Lulstacks. I don't know. Let's see. Do we just like Kazi so lit? Nah. Let's say something else. Oh, I thought you were gonna raid Tyler. Kazi not lit. This is a lightning raid. Oh no, I can't type on this. Okay, whatever. Just spam your emotes and say you're there. Show yourself there. Alright, fam. Alright, friends. Again, thank you so much for stopping by tonight. I'll see you guys on the next stream. But thank you again. And I hope you guys have a great start of your week. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.